Greetings everyone, and thanks for joining us on day 10 of the Getaway canning stock route. This is a members trip for members of the Getaway 4-wheel drive club. Let's go! Here's a visual for you showing Villaluna where we started the track and Walluna where we'll finish. Today we start at well 18. We're still in Martu country, folks. It's huge, this place. And tonight, guess what? We're at Derby Springs. Yes, still in Martu country. There you go, there they are. Good water here, gang. And apparently this was an area, it is an area the Aboriginal people frequent. They were born here, they come back here regularly for family gatherings. The water is good. And it's been refurbished, which is great. Well, Erica gave us a bit of a pep talk this morning. The sand dunes from, going south from well 18, they're not large, but the coarseness of the sand is different, so they can be quite tricky. So obviously a lot finer sand. We did notice on the one Jeremy had trouble with, it was like talcum powder. So we're going to make sure all our tyre pressures are fine, and away we go. I'm sitting on 17 pounds at the back and 15 at the front. That's Coles. What is the canning stock route but the track of broken dreams? Here we go. This is vehicle wreck number 11. Woo! We've just been on one of Mr. Jeremy's scenic side tours and been called back. Now, what's wrong with this boy?
Well, I don't know. There's a perfectly good sign there. It said Dival Springs and like it pointed in the right direction. The guy must be blind.
Okay, we're on the right track now. Look at this beautiful country. We're off down to, is it Derby Springs? Anyway, we went down one track and it looked like a creek bed and we had to reverse back. And we're now, we've got Jeremy out, we've spotted him out. This is an innovative way of reducing your dishwashing. See that? Yeah. There was supposed to be a set path and springs down here, but they eluded us, I'm afraid. So we're still walking in looking for this spring, but it is quite beautiful. So although it's a bit arduous, there's no set path, we're loving it.
It was gorgeous. It was just the most spectacular, and Leslie ran off ahead and we had to try and keep up with her, and the echoes in the valley, it was just beautiful.
So one plant we've never seen before. Were you looking before? Graham? They might have been around, or?
Just happened to see it.
Well done. So well worth doing?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Here are just a few of the beauties captured by our brilliant photographers, Graham and Denise. Here's what Mr. Murray said about our drive into this place.
I'd say very rough.
Been a nice drive in, but I possibly think if you pushed a bit for time or you have access issues, don't bother. Look who we ran into on the way out. The same mob we ran into at Walgunya Rock yesterday. What have they done, Denise? What have they busted?
I'm not sure, it's a bit too complicated for me, but it doesn't look good.
Oh, damn. They were in serious trouble. Lucky Mr. Bobby and some of the boys had the angle grinder, the rods and the discs that they desperately needed. Have you got a spare axle housing on you? Huh?
I have.
How? We were going to swap you those welding rods for a front shocky for 100 series. Have you got one? We're just wondering. So what are you girls doing then? You just pass the spanners and everything and make cups of tea?
I'm the cook and the driver.
Good on ya.
I'm
Yeah.
just relaxing, learning not to overreact.
Oh, okay.
Because it all started.
Yeah, what happened?
Well, I got a spare battery in the passenger seat of my vehicle, and we started to drive off, and my cab filled up with smoke. So Ian,
That's a worry.
it was a bit of a worry, and I'm on the radio, got smoke in the cab. So Ian stopped.
The poor guy probably got into a bit of a panic, turned straight into the ditch from hell and busted the axle housing, poor thing. Oh well, good opportunity for me to have a cup of tea with the girls. Here we are at Getaway Springs. This is the one with water in. We found a good little campsite. Look at this grass. Signs everywhere. 1080 poison risk. So Lucy is on the lead. What did you think of the drive in, Denise?
Oh, not bad. Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
Yep. I got caught out a couple of times. Not in the right gear. Fluffing around.
That makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. We settled in at Getaway Springs. What a beautiful spot, I have to say. We brought our own wood in, folks. You need to. And set up the fire, set our tents up. Beautiful. It is gorgeous out there. An oasis. Thank you for joining us on the Getaway trip. Please like, comment below, share with your friends and subscribe. And that's it from Rona's Roadshow. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.